Adding custom error in the contract is a great way to tell your user that what went wrong at the time of function call. Here I have a simple smart contract. I'm using this particular version, and you can see here I have defined my custom error. So what this contract is doing exactly, we have a withdrawal function, and in that function we are checking for a condition that whoever is calling this function, he or she has to be honored. Then we have to execute this function, otherwise we have to throw our error message. So earlier in the previous contract, what we have seen that we have used our required statement, or we have used a assert statement. So there are multiple ways to catch an error and throw in the contract, but in this we're going to talk about this custom error. Okay, so first thing you have to keep in mind that this is how you have to define your custom error. You can have one, you can have more than one, depending on the data you want to pass and the error you want to throw inside the function. So this is the first custom error. Make sure to define this error. Then we have this unauthorized, whatever name you can give, and here we are calling this custom error inside this withdrawal function by the name called revert, and we have our function name. So that's how you can declare the custom error in the contract. Now let's deploy this particular one. So what I will do, I'm going to pick this particular contract and I'm going to deploy that. You can see maybe the contract is deployed. Let's click it one more time, and here you can see the contract is deployed, and here we have the instance of the contract. So if you look at the address, so this is the address of the contract. So if I call, the execution will happen very quickly. But I want to switch this because right now we are into the account number 2 and we are not the owner of this particular contract. So if I try to make a call, if I try to withdraw the fund, actually we don't have. If I try to withdraw the fund, I'm going to have this particular error message. And the best part is that here we are not defining any message, particular custom error. So if I expand this one, you will have no data in here. So you can see if you look at the decoded data, right now we don't have anything. But the help of this particular custom error, you can define the message. So if you want to assign particular information in this custom error message and you want to throw as an output, so user can understand that what went wrong at the time of function call, so they can take the idea, okay, this is the problem we have during the time of function call. Maybe we don't have enough fund for making the transaction, so you can display that. So that's how you can declare the custom error in your smart contract. Now let's talk about that, how you can pass the parameter inside this custom error. So here is another smart contract, and this time you have noticed that we have this custom error, but in that we are passing this particular argument. So we are passing this unt variable and we are passing this required. You can take a string, you can take it struct, it's totally up to you. You can pass any information which you want to throw as an output. So right now we are passing this two data as a unt variable, and that's the data we have to pass inside the function. So here you can see this is the transfer function we have. We are doing a check that if the amount the user wants to withdraw from the contract, it's higher and he has less amount in the contract, then we have to throw this particular error message. So you can see we are using the exact method. So we are calling this revert, then we have the custom error, and in that we are passing the entire data as a form of object. So that's the thing you have to keep in mind. So you can give whatever key pair to this. So we are calling this available and we are calling this required. So that's what we have given. You can call it anything you want, but you have to give the exact name here, and then you can simply pass the exact value. So we are passing the amount which user want to withdraw from the contract, and we are passing this particular address. So let's try to deploy this one, and this time you will find this particular information in that. So what I will do, I'll click on this. Let's try to deploy this particular contract. Click on this deploy, and here you can see the contract is deployed. If I bring it up, the contract is deployed. You can able to find all the transaction cost went through, and here we have the instant of our contract. And right now if I expand this one, we have to pass the address of the user who wants to withdraw the fund from this, and we want to pass the amount. So what I will do this time, I'm going to switch my account to first one, and I will simply take this one because this time the owner of the contract is the account 2. So first I have to pass the address of the user, and then I have to pass the amount. And if I pass 45, you can give any number because right now we don't have anything into our contract, so it's going to throw an error. So if I call this particular one transaction, you can see the transaction failed, but this time you have those information which you have passed in your custom error. So if I expand this one, you can see this is the information we have in the decoded input, and you can easily able to display this particular information in the front end whenever the user is making the transaction, if any error happen in the contract. So you can see this is the address and this is the amount. So that's how you can define the custom error in the contract. And exactly, there are multiple ways to define. We have required, we have asserts, and this is the custom error we have. But whenever you declare any custom error in the contract, first you have to check the data, that what data you want to have out of from that custom error, because sometimes if you have too many data, like if the transaction getting failed, then the gas consumption will be high. So you have to check always that if the gas is less in the required or asset or in the custom error. So that's what you have to keep in mind. So whenever you want to take the data as an output, so that's the check you have to do, that how much gas you're going to pay, the user will pay as a time of getting this throw error message. So hope now you guys have got an idea that how you can define the custom error. A lot of you guys have asked me to create this one, so I'll definitely, this is how you can do that. And again, I'm going to give you this entire code so you guys can have and play from your end. So here I am in. So again, you will have the access of this Discord server. So this is the public Discord server I have, and you can able to find all the things. So I'm going to simply take this particular code. I'm going to take the entire code which I have with me, and I'm going to simply paste here. So you guys can come and you guys can have an access and you can check everything from your end and you can play around with this data. So what I want from all of you guys, come here and try to call this function and try to check that what amount of gas fees you guys are paying. And that's the task I want to give you. And just let me know in the comment section that which one is more preferable, is a required or this is the custom error. So that's the one task I want to give you. Let's see how many of you try and let me know in the comment section. Okay, so that's the only thing I want to talk about in this video. Hope you guys have found this video valuable. If you still have any confusion, any doubt, do let me know in the comment section. And I hope you guys are building the MetaMask clone, where we have built the dApp, where we are making the transaction, we are using our own MetaMask. So make sure to come and check. The project is live, almost completed, and you guys can learn a lot of things. So that's how you can define the custom error in the contract. And that's the only thing from my end. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.